Hi friends, I'm Wani and welcome to Wani's house. So guys, today is the day. Today is the day for the one pot, crock pot, pressure cooker, um, Instapot meal challenge collaboration that is hosted by my sister Stephanie over at CreativelyMsMe with Stephanie, and I am her co-host. So guys, for this collaboration, it's really simple. Only thing we wanted you to do was to show us what you make in your pressure cooker, your crock pot, your Instapot, rice cooker, whatever your one pot meal is. That is what we want to see. We would also like for you to put all the directions down in the description box, and make sure you mention myself and Stephanie as the host and the co-host, and use this hashtag right here. All right, guys. So what I decided to create is something like the Zuppa that Zoop at Olive Garden. It is a takeoff of that. And guys, it was absolutely amazing. I have made this before on top of the stove, and I was just interested to see if I could actually do it in my pressure cooker. And I did. I did every step in the pressure cooker, and it took me, because I actually rolled out the meatballs. Before, when I've created this, I would just use the ground turkey or the ground chicken. But this time I rolled it and made meatballs. And oh my goodness. So that part took a little bit longer. So this entire meal, had I had the meatballs already rolled and ready to go, probably would have taken me about an hour to create. And it's a little bit longer than that if I were to do it on the stove. But guys, it is so worth it. So worth it. So with no further ado, here is my my soup, and it is the kale and chicken sausage soup. Amazing. It's amazing. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let me know if this is one of the soups that you will be making. Like I said, it is sort of like a take off of the Olive Garden soup, and it is so good. It's almost there. It's almost there. Olive Garden, I'm coming for you. All right, guys. So thank you, Stephanie, for hosting this collaboration. And we do this every year around the same time. So here we go again, year 3. I will see you guys next year, year 4. All right, guys. Enjoy and have an amazing day. Bye-bye. Okay, so in this vessel, I have a combination of both ground chicken and ground turkey. And then I'm going to add my spices. So I'm adding some onion powder, some garlic powder. I also added some Italian seasonings to this. And then I'm going to mix this up. I like using my hands. You guys know that. So now I've created these little balls. They're meatballs. And so I'm using my little scoop here to place the meatballs on this platter. I added a capful of canola oil, and then I am placing my meatballs in my pressure cooker, and I have them on browning. So I'm browning all the meatballs, and then I'm going to take them out. So now in this vessel here, I'm going to add some crushed garlic. So it's about 3 teaspoons of the crushed garlic. I'm adding, this is herb de Provence. I love this stuff. It has some of the best dried herbs in there. And so this is probably, I would say, about 1 tablespoon of that. And then this is some dried basil. And I put about a half a teaspoon of that in here, and I'm just mixing this all up. Now, all of these flavors and these spices are going to be great in this soup. So now I'm showing you all my chopped vegetables. I have some chopped onions, some celery, potatoes, and carrot, as well as some spring onions. Then we're also going to need some chicken broth and some heavy whipping cream. Guys, if I tell you that this recipe is thebomb.com, and just to give it a little bit of heat, we're gonna add some red pepper flakes. So here we go in our Instant Pot again, another cap full of the canola oil. Now I'm adding my diced onions, and this is a whole onion, and it's about a medium-sized onion. And then I'm adding my crushed garlic. And so now I'm adding some more of my seasoning, my salt, my pepper, because as we go on, we're going to want to build upon the flavors. And then I've added my celery. So as you notice, all the items, the ingredients that I put in here so far are items that have to cook down, and they become translucent. So I'm just going to stir this around really nicely. And once all of the vegetables begin to cook down and begin to meld together and become a little bit more translucent, we're going to stir it up, and then we're going to move on. So now I'm adding my diced potatoes, and as you can tell, I use 4 potatoes here, and I diced them, quartered them, and then diced them. And then I'm adding my carrots. Now these are the vegetables that are going to take a little bit longer for us to cook, so that's why I'm adding them now. So I'm stirring them around, and then once again we're going to start adding our spices, building up on the flavors. I'm adding red pepper flakes to give us some spiciness, and now I'm going to add our crushed garlic mixture that we had with the herb de Provence and the basil. Put our top on, and we're gonna put that on the pressure, and we're gonna set it for 15 minutes on high. Okay, so now this is what that looks like, and now we're gonna add our chicken broth, and I'm gonna stir it. So I add the entire carton of chicken broth here, cook it down, and now we're gonna add in our wonderfully seasoned meatballs. And so this is a can of cannellini beans. I forgot to tell you about those, but yes, so these cannellini beans is what's going to give it some creaminess, and we're going to put them on high for 20 minutes, cook it down, and now I'm just going to test the potatoes to make sure that they're tender, and they are. And so now we're going to go in and add the kale. Now the kale, I keep kale around here. I like it for salads. Any that I don't use for salads, I will saute for something for dinner, and I also freeze it. So this is a combination of some that was fresh and some that was frozen. And so now I've stirred the kale up, and now we're going to add the heavy cream. This is about a cup of heavy cream, and we cook that down for another 10 minutes on high. And now it's done. Look at this. Now when you go to Olive Garden, the meat is it's just like it's ground, but mine is like meatballs, like I said. And guys, oh my, this is so hearty, so filling, and so good. You are definitely going to enjoy this, especially now that it's been cold. We had this several nights, cold, rainy nights, and it was so filling and delicious. And Olive Garden, you have nothing on me. And then what I decided to do, I went to my local store, went to the bakery, and got a French baguette, put it in the oven so that it can heat through at about 250 degrees, cut it on the diagonal, and place them in this soup. Some crusty bread on the outside that's real nice and moist and sweet on the inside. Yes, please. Dinner is served. And just to make it pretty, your girl sprinkled on a little bit of paprika on the top. Yeah, you know, she does too much. She's so extra. But guys, your family is definitely going to love this one. So guys, this is the end of my video. This is my version of the Zuppa from Olive Garden. I'll put the name right here because I always mess the name up. But if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to Wani's house, I would love for you to subscribe. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that you won't miss out on any of my upcoming uploads. Also, guys, come on over and check me out on my Instagram. You can find me over there at Wani's house, just like it is here. Hit that follow button and then you will be in the know as to what is to come over here at Wani's house. One last thing, guys, come out and check my blog. You can find me at www.wanishouse.com. I upload weekly, so there's always something new on there for you to learn about what's going on over here and to keep you enlightened and entertained. All right, guys, I'm about to go. But before I do, you know what I always say. The next time you're in town, you can always stop by Wani's house. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.